What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Doddsy, and this is your sports show for Tuesday, September 13th, 2022. This is all brought to you by the Hobby Habit. It's a brand new sponsor of the show, man. Hobby Habit, 411 Fir. If you need Legos, if you need Traxxxs RC Cars, if you need STEM material for your kid, go check out the Hobby Habit. Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it, right here in La Grande. LHS Volleyball is at home today at 4 for the JV, and then I believe the varsity starts at 6:30. Should be a good game. Get up there and watch them right here at the high school gym. Soccer, 4 o'clock today. They're taking on the Dowls up at Community Stadium. I'm not sure if that game's going to happen or not. The smoke, it's pretty bad, so the air quality is pretty bad. EOU Volleyball, home opener tonight, 7. Quinn Coliseum. Get up there and support these girls. They are awesome. I'm not going to talk much more today. It's Tuesday, so it's my weekly interview with Coach Camp. EOU football dropped another one on the road. It was a tough loss, 33-7. Here's Coach Camp talking about it. Coach Camp, how are you?
Hey, we're battling, man. We're back to work already. We're getting prepared for Carroll College.
So let's talk about this last game first, the Whitman game, and then we'll move into Carroll. Give me some positives.
Well, I think the positives is we traveled well. I mean, which we always do. I think that we got into a game at the up there in the fourth quarter and was down 12-7. Had a bright spot with a nice stretch play to get to 12-7. There's a lot of Zach Donato's playing, I think, some of the best football that he's played. I think Blaine Shaw made some big plays for us. The big thing positive wise is we got guys that are playing hard, right? The thing offensively, the kids are playing hard. We're not making plays right now. And those are things that we're over the course of the last really 3 weeks, we've been able to identify some things. So we're going to change up and get some competition going in there and try and find guys that can make plays, because I know that we have them. It's just it really comes down to consistency, doing things over and over and over again, not only on the football field on game day, but also in the practice room, also our practice field, and also in the meeting rooms, right? Being consistent. And you could be a very good player, but if you're not doing the things consistent all the time, then I won't be able to see how good a player that you totally can be. So I think offensively, really focusing on being more consistent. Defensively, really focusing on getting them off the field on third downs. I think that those are the two things that we've been focusing on. Really started 2 weeks ago, but those things have to be addressed to win a football game, and it don't matter who you're playing. I mean, the small college football at this level and in this conference, you better be ready to go, and you better be consistent in what you do and how you approach things.
Yeah, I think our offense only spent a third of the game on the field.
Yeah, we had 53 plays, right? In a 12-7 game right at the end with 11 minutes left, so gaining the momentum, punted them down inside the 4, and we had three plays during that in the defensive section that we had them off the field, a penalty, a face mask, and then obviously ultimately a touchdown at the end. But again, being able to take advantage of what we have inside the red zone offensively earlier on in the game creates a whole different ball game, right? But that comes down to consistently doing what you're supposed to do to make sure that we can put those points on the board and keep the defense off the field.
Yeah, you talked about Zach Donato. He did have one heck of a game.
Yeah, he's a ball player, man, and he's even a better person. I mean, he's a heck of a football player, and he's playing some of his best football right now.
So do you think we talked earlier before the season started about this Woo transfer, Andre Martinez. He almost broke one. Do you think that changes the outcome possibly?
Well, I think that it all plays into hand, right? I think that he's a very good football player. I think that we have some skilled kids out there that if you watch a game are running wide open. We got to get them the ball. I mean, that's the big emphasis. We cannot sit back there and pat the ball. We got to make quick decisions. We got to get the ball out. And like I've said all the time, it's our job to get the ball in playmakers' hands on time and in space, so you can let a guy like Andre Martinez go and make a play. And yeah, he was this close. Cade Reed was this close to making a play. I think that at the end of the day, those guys need the ball in their hands, and we got to create those areas. We had a wide open Walker Camp running down the field. We threw it at his feet. So those things there, you got to be able to make those plays. And again, it comes to reps, it comes to consistency, and then finding the right chemistry that's working out there together. And I think that once we do get that, we're not going to stop. I promise you that. That's the one thing we will never stop, because I know, and I will not waver, this offense works. It's worked for 15 years. We are one of probably about 100 other teams that run this same style of offense. And at the end of the day, it's about making your play. All right. When the play is there to make, I don't care if it's an offensive lineman running split protection. I was watching the Dallas Cowboys on the other night. They're running split protection too. And guess what? Their left guard got beat, right? What are you going to do now? So what? Now what? Now let's step up and let's get the ball to somebody and protect it. Quarterbacks, let's rip it in there and make sure, again, that, hey, we can't second guess ourselves. This works. And I'm not wavering on it. We just got to make sure that we're putting these kids in a position to be successful, right? And the amount of people that see our kids running wide open and us not being able to get the ball to them is a direct reflection of just confidence, being able to do things and not second guess yourself. Because again, every single one of those kids offensively, I promise you, they are working their tail off. They're trying to be the best version of themselves. We just got to get better at techniques. We got to get better at having a complete understanding of what we're trying to get done. And again, like I told the coaches, that's on us. That the players will play for us if we go out there and we make sure that we hold them accountable. If you're supposed to run a seam and it's skinny, you need to run a seam and it's skinny. We got to make sure that we're consistent in our approach. So then the outcomes will be different, right? Because we all expect to win, but what are you willing to do and be consistent in doing so in the meeting room, in the practice room, and on the field? Those things all got to marry up together.
Yeah. So talking about that, what's the focus of practice this week? Like what?
Well, the focus
of
practice is consistent. Yeah, we got to be consistent in what we do, right? We are pin, pull, toss, stretch, inside zone team. The focus offensive line wise is, hey, let's double them up and let's get some movement, right? We got to create a new line of scrimmage. The other thing is we want to get the ball out fast. I mean, those are things we cannot sit back there and like I said, pat the ball. Wide receivers, run the correct routes, win your one-on-ones. Hey, guess what? The ball and the chain moves if we do those things. So really the message offensively was consistency. The message defensively that I met with the team on Sunday and Monday was making sure that we're doing everything we can to be aligned, assigned, and then at the end of the day, make our play defensively. If you watch the first two clips of the game against Whitworth, those should have been 2 picks, right? 2 picks. We got to make those plays, and the defensive guys know that. And then the other thing was basically, hey, on third downs, look at our third downs. We got to get them off the field on those.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the message.
Absolutely. Is everybody healthy?
Well, you know what? I don't like to talk about that, but we are banged up a little bit, and we were banged up right before we got to the game at Whitworth, right? So we're not full strength defensively right now, and we're not full strength it's more or less the boxes right now that are we got guys that are getting treatment each day. I think we'll be back to full strength coming up, but at the end of the day, hey, next guy up. So to answer your question, we're full strength because we got a great depth chart.
Awesome. So this Saturday, 1 p.m., Carroll Community Stadium. What's the game plan?
The game plan, like every other game plan, is go win, right? But right. You got to take the steps each day to make sure that you put yourself in a position from a coaching standpoint, to a player standpoint, to a fan standpoint, to the officials. We got to go out there and be the best version of ourselves every single day to get to a point where, hey, you know what? Yeah, we want to win, but what steps are we willing to do, and what steps are we willing to take to get to that, right? Hey, let's break it down. Hey, let's hey, first down, let's get the ball moving. Hey, let's get another first down. Let's go move the ball. Get us in a special teams game with these guys. I love it. I thought we won the special forces game at Whitworth, right? The kids we're running down on Rangers. We're running down on jump squad. So we're executing in some things, but to be able to win a football game in college, you've got to be able to execute in the 3 phases. And I think that that's going to be important for us to go out there. And what does that mean? The whole team has to come together, right? It can't be an offensive deal. It can't be a defensive deal. It can't be the special forces deal. It has to be a team-wide event. It's got to be a team going in the same direction at the same time, creating momentum. Right. And then once you get that momentum, you got to be able to grasp it, and then you got to be able to run with it. So that is the message. That is the direction that we're going. And again, we have great kids. We need great kids to make great plays at the end of the day. We have great coaches. We need coaches to make the plays, put the kids in the spots to get them going. Right. So again, it's a team-wide event. We're all going to go together. And if we're going in the same direction, in my opinion, we can't be stopped. And I've said that for 16 years here.
All right. Eastern Oregon, the Mounties, they play Carroll College 1 p.m. this Saturday, Community Stadium. Coach Camp, I appreciate you.
Let's go, baby. Gas up, Mountie Nation. Let's get a win.
Thanks, Coach Camp. You know I appreciate you. And my new sponsor, Hobby Habit. Like I said, if you need Legos, board games, RC cars, Traxxxs RC cars, they have square body Chevy RC cars that go like 45, 50, 60 miles an hour. It's crazy. Their Legos are out of control. They have STEM products for if you need STEM for your kids. They got everything there. Magic cards. Just go check it out. You won't be disappointed. 411 Fir right here in La Grande. Hobby Habit, just for the fun of it. Eastern Oregon, that's all I got for you on a Tuesday. I'm Doddsy. I appreciate you. I'm out.